What ingredients we need to make white vegan chocolate? So first of all, it should be raw cacao butter. It can come into such sizes, it calls waffles, but you also can find cacao butter into big chunks. Your goal is to cut those big pieces into really very small pieces, so it will be easier and faster to melt this cacao for you. The second ingredient that we're going to use will be erythritol. And you can use also xylitol in this recipe, and I highly recommend you to use light color sweetener, granulated sweetener, so your white vegan chocolate will have light color as well. Just to compare, if you decide to use coconut sugar, you will expect that the color will be really brown, and coconut sugar gives a very specific caramel aftertaste, so you will not feel that it's white chocolate. So in my situation, I will be using erythritol, and I will link to you a post from my Instagram why I do not suggest to use xylitol. I will tell you just two reasons why I do not use it, do not recommend it to my students. First reason, xylitol is not recommended to pregnant women and to dogs and other pets. The second ingredient will be coconut milk powder. More natural taste will give you oat milk powder, almond milk powder and soy milk powder. And also more creamy texture will be given by adding cashew butter. And one more ingredient that I highly recommend to find and to use into this recipe is a vanilla bean. First of all, you will get those dots of vanilla and of course amazing flavor, taste and beautiful texture at the end. And you can't make any chocolate if you don't know the tempering process. Tempering process requires having a thermometer. I have an infrared thermometer. You can find that one that you can put inside of the bowl. If you fail the process of tempering, if you burn your chocolate will be melting in your hands. Your chocolate will not be creamy as you expect. You will not get a nice snap, and so it will be just mixed ingredients. So these mixed ingredients, it will be more like a fudge, let's say like a fudge, but not chocolate. So let's get started the full process. Our goal is to melt cacao butter without heating our cacao butter over 115 Fahrenheit. So we just melting it here. And also regarding the erythritol, it is granulated right now. I'm going to blend it into the powder into my blender. Now let's melt our cacao butter, and it is very important, do not reheat it over 115 degrees by Fahrenheit or 46 by Celsius. While we're waiting for the melting of our cacao butter, we work with one vanilla bean. Okay. Once it's starting melting, so continue to stir it. So we need to open it in a half, and back side of the knife we will scrub it. One side and the second one. This part we will put into our blender. Okay, once we have a good steam and the boiling water, we reduce our temperature and continue to stir our cacao butter all the time. So it is melting, melting, melting. Grab a towel right now. So this is a towel. We don't need any water during this process. I will show you, it is melting. You can check the temperature. It's 106. And you see it's not yet melted even in the half. So that's why time to time you remove it from the water bath and stir. And while you are stirring, Cacao butter is melting and the temperature is dropping down. Now we pour our cacao butter into the blender. We add our sweetener. We sieved coconut milk powder in few steps. Let's we slightly blend it. Cashew butter. And we add vanilla bean. And we mix it. Make sure when you blend the chocolate with all ingredients, you do not overheat it. So we do not blend right now, we just combine these ingredients. So always check the temperature, so it shouldn't be over 115 Fahrenheit. And now we will be tempering it into a big bowl. Now we need to cool down it up to 78 degrees by Fahrenheit. So it is becoming thicker. Let's check the temperature. (79), just 1 degree down, and we can reheat it again. And let me explain you why we have different temperatures to drop down the chocolate for white chocolate and for dark chocolate from my another video. It's because of viscosity of these two types of chocolate. For dark chocolate we use cacao paste. You also have an option for cacao powder, but I highly recommend to find cacao paste, cacao liqueur. It's the same names for one ingredient, and this cacao paste will give you the thickness of dark chocolate by itself, and we don't need to cool down the dark chocolate till 78 degrees by Fahrenheit. So dark chocolate we drop down till 84 degrees by Fahrenheit. With the white chocolate, it is more runny, no such fatty ingredients like cacao beans in form of cacao powder or cacao paste, and that is why to get like more thick consistency we need to drop down the temperature during the tempering process till 78 degrees by Fahrenheit. This is the difference. 78.6. So perfect. The steam is coming, the water starts boiling, so I see the boiling process and I reduce the stove a little bit. I need to see the steam all the time. So now we have 78 degrees by Fahrenheit and we need to reheat it up to 85 by Fahrenheit. So the working temperature with the white chocolate is between 82 and 85. 85. That is all. We finished our tempering process. Let's talk about the taste of vegan white chocolate. First of all, please do not expect it to be in the same taste like a regular white chocolate, because it's completely different ingredients, completely different sweetener, completely different thickening ingredients. So that's why I wrote you in the name of this video that it's a recipe for white chocolate icing or covering other desserts. Now we will make with the chocolate bar for sure, but I prepared a lot of nuts and dried fruits to boost the natural taste for our buds. So if you use the regular white sugar or even like maple syrup, and when you switch to erythritol, you may feel that sugar-free aftertaste. And to reduce it, I recommend you to use different nuts and seeds. But in general, I love this recipe to use to cover my truffles, to cover my hearts with the white chocolate, to use it into the cake decorations, to make like a colorful chocolate parts, because you can color this chocolate with different superfood powders and your cakes will look very professional and without adding any artificial colorants. The process is very easy. We take a fork and drop our completely frozen dessert into our white chocolate, tap a few times, and put on the parchment paper. In general, your chocolate, if it is properly tempered, should set at room temperature. If your room temperature 20-21 degrees by Celsius. If it is warmer or it doesn't starting hardening, it means the tempering process was failed, please move it in the refrigerator. Anyway, it will set at a cold temperature and you will see your result. Let's take a look to our white chocolate, so we can unmold our little candies. Beautiful. And this one with the nuts. And we can try to snap it, yeah, right now. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Up. And this is our white chocolate, vegan, gluten-free, of course, dairy-free, soy-free, refined sugar-free, and in general, we can call this white chocolate for glazing keto or diabetic friendly, because we used sugar-free substitute here as a sweetener. So please, if you need to use it to decorate a keto cake, use this recipe. Please tag me if you ever make this chocolate or any other desserts from my channel. My Instagram is myplantcake, and that's it, myplantcake. It's my website, myplantcake.com. And I will be very happy to see your creations. Thank you for being with me.